It's a big week in the life of the church this week. It's what we call Holy Week, the days when we remember the period between Jesus riding into Jerusalem on a donkey with the people shouting his praise and the following Sunday when he rose from the dead. A lot happened during that week. Jesus overturned tables in the temple and shared meals with close friends. He cursed a fig tree and he welcomed children. He sweat blood in a garden and taught some of the most profound teaching of his time on earth. He prayed. He was arrested. He was tried. He was beaten and broken and crucified. It was a pretty momentous week. I wonder how you prepare for a momentous week. I wonder if you knew that it was the last week of your life, what you would do with it. I guess that it's in these big moments when we know that time is precious, we really show what our priorities are, what matters most. Jesus spent time with friends and taught them as much as he could. He comforted and reassured them. He also spent time in prayer, drawing close to the Father and seeking his will. Let me put it a different way. If you could do anything you wanted this week, what would it be? If you were fit and healthy and not tied down by work or responsibility, if there was loads of money in the bank and all options were on the table, what would you do? Who would you do it with? Maybe you go on holiday somewhere hot. Maybe you take family or friends with you. Maybe you just get away on your own for a bit and deliberately leave family and friends behind. Maybe you tick off some things from your to-do list that have been there for ages. Maybe you go and visit loved ones that you hadn't seen for a while, or go and explore a new place. Maybe you'd wrap yourself up in a blanket and play video games for a week. I don't know what you'd do. Ultimately, what we choose to do with our time, particularly when time is precious, shows where our priorities are. For Jesus in that last week, his priorities were his relationships with his disciples and his relationship with Father God. I wonder what it might mean for you to put relationships first with God and with your loved ones. I wonder what it would look like for you to prioritise these two sets of relationships this week. I wonder how it might change the way in which you spend your time if it was relationships with others and with God that were your first priority. I wonder what impact it might have for you this Holy Week as we journey with Jesus through the most important events to take place on this planet. If this week relationships always came first.